Hey YouTube, what's up? Just in the shade. It's definitely warming up where I live. And it's a beautiful morning, and I just thought maybe I'd talk about just different ways to carry gear in your pocket. A lot of people start out with the Altoids tins, and they kind of realize after a while that the rigidness of the container is not always the most pleasant to have in your pocket, as well as the size. Typically speaking, the size is just a little too small. And then there's people who try the mini Altoids tin, and that's even worse for most people. So unless you just have really small things and just a few of them, most people that I know, including myself, you transition from the Altoids tin to maybe some type of pouch. And it could be a very simple pouch. We're not talking about, some kind of really high-end 20, 30, or $40 pouch for your pocket, like a pocket organizer. Those are very good, and I highly recommend those, and I have those as well. But sometimes you just want something as lightweight as possible, something that's fairly thin, and something that maybe is between 5 to 6 inch square, like this. And I tell you, like this one was just given to me years ago, and it's been holding up just fine. But I think they make some of these types of pouches that you can get for like $1 or $2 at most dollar stores. And if not, you can probably just surf around and find it maybe at Walmart or Amazon. I'm sure that they have pouches like this. Heck, you could even make them yourself if you know how to sew. And instead of having a zipper on the top, you could have snaps or a drawstring, whatever. But it's very helpful though to have something that is more comfortable. And see, this thing flexes a bit when I'm moving. Versus the Altoids tin it's just too rigid. I feel it bouncing in my pocket. It doesn't bend when I bend, and this thing is just feather light as well. Feather light. And when I put the gear in there, it only comes up to be about 9 ounces, and I got a lot of stuff in here. Of course, you can load out as heavy or as light as you want, but it just feels like to me there's more versatility with a pouch like this than an Altoids tin. Now, unless you have something that's very fragile, then you may want to go with an Altoids tin. But outside of that, I really don't see a lot of the benefits. So I'm just going to now show you some of the items I have in this little pouch. This is just an example of some things you can carry. Sometimes I carry these items and maybe other different items as well, but this is just what I have in the pouch at the moment. And I carry these like on a day hike, or maybe on a hike that's just a few hours, just kind of something to have in my pocket as a backup. And once again, the items, they change out on a regular basis. So it's more of an example of how many things you can get into a small pouch like this. So these are the items in my pouch. As you can see, I have a multi-tool, earbuds, a fire starter, a compass, a lockpick set, a whistle, signal mirror in the shape of a dog tag, some spare batteries for my light, and I also have some earplugs for hearing protection. And I got some cordage in the form of a wristband, and I got a notepad, and I think still in the pouch is my pen. But that's what I carry, sometimes out in the woods, just kind of as a supplement pack, and it only weighs, once again, 9 ounces. So this is just an idea, a pouch sometimes it's not just more comfortable, but it's also gives you more capability in terms of carrying the things you really need and want, over having a very size constraint type of container like an Altoids tin.